What is up, my friends? It is Saturday night, and I know I wasn't supposed to be putting out a video this evening, but the news around Nico Williams and CALAFIORI made me want to jump on and give you guys the very latest. Now we're starting to see links come in from the likes of Fabrizio Romano, The Athletic, and much more credible sources than some of the ones that have been doing the rounds over the last week or so. So I'm going to do my best to keep you guys up to date and filled in on what's been happening. Of course, we'd love to know your thoughts. Let us know in the comment section. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do, and don't forget to drop a like on the video. I've also got a little bit of good news about our show in Liverpool on August the 4th. As you can see, we have added Mr. Carl Porter to the lineup. He's going to be doing a stand-up set for us, as well as, of course, a Q&A with me at the end of the show. It is an all-ages event in Liverpool and our show in Cardiff. We're going to be at the Richard Burton Theatre in Cardiff on August the 2nd and at the Hot Water Comedy Club in Liverpool on August the 4th. All ages events, and you can get your tickets with the link in the description. We did add 75 additional tickets to the Liverpool show because we're able to move into the bigger theatre. So when they are gone, my friends, they are gone, and it will be our last ever stage show. So I really do hope to see you guys there on the night. So look, let's get stuck into the good stuff. News started to break again today from the Italian side. A friend at LFC Transfer Room posted to say Liverpool have accelerated talks to sign Riccardo Caalfiori this summer. There have already been discussions between Liverpool and Bologna. I brought you guys the news a couple of days ago that Bologna aren't really happy with Thiago Motta and the way he went to Juventus and how Juventus handled that. So the fact that they are trying to sign Calafiori has only really intensified Bologna's wish to sell him outside of Serie A and certainly try to keep him away from Juventus. But it wasn't just reports coming out of Italy on this one. We did, of course, have the likes of Fabrizio Romano as well, saying that Liverpool are ramping up that interest. So, what I want to know from you guys is, how much of Calafiori have you watched, and do you think he's going to be a good fit if indeed he does come to Liverpool? I would say that we could now move this player into the genuine chance category if we're talking about transfers. He's 22 years of age, so he's right in the sweet spot for FSG, for Michael Edwards, and of course we have to look at Richard Hughes, his background in Italy and his extensive list of contacts there as well. So I think this is a genuine target. I'm not sure how far along in the process we are, but it does look like contact has been made between Liverpool and the camp of Calafiori. Is he good enough? Only time will tell. I truly don't know, having not watched all that much of Bologna. But right type of age profile, 22. Good experience, obviously helped Bologna qualify for the Champions League for this upcoming season. And Italian defenders usually have something about them. So keep an eye on this situation. And if you have anything to add, of course, let us know in the comment section. Now, the Mirror have said that Liverpool's asking price for Caoimhín Kelleher, who is now 25 years of age, is actually higher than was first anticipated. So, I was told about 20 to 25 million previously, but the Mirror have gone out on a limb today and said Liverpool could ask as much as £40 million for Caoimhín Kelleher in this summer transfer market. I want to know what you guys think about that. For me, I'd keep him, of course, and I'm sure you guys would as well. But if Caoimhín wants to move away, I guess the club's job is to bring in as much money as possible. And if they believe there's a club out there willing to pay 40 million for Caoimhín, I wouldn't say no to it. The more money we can bring in, the better. It does feel like a situation that is going to be resolved, though, over the course of the next few weeks. So let's wait and see what happens. Next up is a link coming in from Italy again. And I have to say, this one I'm calling poo-poo on. I'm putting this over on that special island off the coast of the Mediterranean. They say that Liverpool have conducted research into the signing of Adrian Rabiot. Every time this dude has ran down a contract and fleeced the club, we seem to be listed as being interested in him. He's 29 years of age, and I don't believe it for 1 second. Manchester United and other clubs have also been linked. From what I remember, I think he's represented by his mother, and every time the negotiations have gotten to a point in the past where his contract is up, a load of money is asked for, and he quite simply isn't worth it in my opinion. He's a decent enough footballer, but I don't think we need a 29-year-old midfielder being brought in. Whether he's on a free contract or not, he is going to ask for a load of dosh, and he isn't worth it in my opinion. I think we could do a lot better. I'd rather bring in a Joshua Kimmich. Now, I'm not saying they're like-for-like type players, but if you're bringing in an experienced midfielder, there's better out there in my humble opinion. The exciting news from Fabrizio Romano today, though, is on Nico Williams. It looks like Barcelona have kind of come to the conclusion that they can't afford the deal to sign Williams. Now, I don't know where that leaves them with the whole Luis Diaz stuff, and we'll move on to that in a moment. But Fabrizio said both Liverpool and Arsenal have held talks with those close to Athletic Club Bilbao's star winger Nico Williams. Regular viewers of the channel will know that I've been harping on about Nico Williams for quite a while. He's a very talented player, but I've always thought it would be if Diaz was to move on. Maybe Liverpool just feel like he could be the right profile of player anyway, and we know that there's a €55 million release clause in his contract. But the problem for me is he's rumoured to make about €250,000 a week currently at Bilbao. Will he come into Liverpool and expect a pay rise? Because that would instantly make him one of the club's highest paid players. So I don't know on this one. I'm delighted about it. When I say I don't know, I mean I don't know where our club is on this. I don't know what their stance will be on the wages. But maybe he could take lesser wages and a bigger signing on bonus. Or I'm sure it could be figured out. Us and Arsenal in the race, we can't lose out another player to a rival. Declan Rice went and strengthened Arsenal. We sat around and did nothing. I'm not saying we could have got Rice, but I'm saying right now, if we're in a head-to-head race for Bilbao's youngster, I hope we come out on top of it. And he would be ideal in our system. He would excite us, get us up off the edge of our seats. And if Mohamed Salah moves on, be it this summer or at the end of his contract, again, it just gives us another option. He operates mainly on the left-hand side for Bilbao, has played on the right as well, but you've seen him in the Euros. Explosive pace, direct running, a lot to be excited about. And he has his heart set on a move this summer. He signed a new contract with Bilbao last year that put in that release clause of 55 million, and I think that Liverpool should be all over this one, and indeed I believe we probably will be. So the last thing I want to do is hear that we've lost out to Arsenal. I believe we have a little bit more spending wiggle room than Arsenal at this moment in time, so fingers crossed. If we've targeted Williams, we don't hang around and we move to get it done as quickly as possible. Obviously, his participation in the Euros with Spain will add somewhat of a problem, but we got to keep going on it. Also, though, from Fabrizio Romano, he has said, I would keep the door open for a midfielder to join Liverpool in the summer. Kind of flies in the face of what we've been told from some of the other journalists at the Echo and whatnot, who've said it isn't a priority or it isn't a position Liverpool are ideally looking to strengthen. We need a midfielder. And in my opinion, Ederson is that answer. The kid from Atalanta, 24 years of age. I've not seen much recently other than the links going back a couple of weeks, but for me, if you could end this window with a CALAFIORI, who I don't know much about, but I'm basing him being good enough on everybody else's opinion of him, and of course the fact that if we're looking at him, he has to be good. On top of that, I'd like to bring in Ederson in midfield, and if we could top that off with a Nico Williams up top, and maybe a little cheeky Federico Chiesa for 25 or 30 million quid, that would be an incredible summer for me. Obviously, you've got to keep an eye on the keeper situation as well there, and I don't know what the outcome of that will be. One last thing before we finish up today. Now, I'm not advocating for him to come back home or anything like that, but it does look as if Roberto Firmino's days over in the Saudi Pro League are coming to an end. Lots of talk that only 6 months into his move over there, that they are looking to move him out. Rudy Galletti is saying that he could be leaving this summer as they look to free up a place in their squad. Where will Bobby go next? Genuinely, it's an honest question. Will he go back to Europe? Will he play in South America? I still feel like he does have a lot to give, but I wouldn't be welcoming him back to Liverpool because, well, we've got our memories of him. They're all positive. He's my favourite Liverpool player of the Klopp era. I just feel like it was the right time to depart, but I am interested to know what you guys think the next step or the next challenge in Roberto Firmino's career is. And just one small other bit here on Riccardo Caalfiori. This said that Bologna defender caught the eye in Italy's opening win over Albania and impressed again against Spain. They go on to say in The Athletic that it's been reported Liverpool have inquired about him, as we mentioned at the start of the video. This would be brilliant. He looks like Maldini. That's all I'm saying. He's Italian. We know Italians can defend. I'd be all over it, honestly. 22 years of age would mean, with him, Canade, Kwanzaa, and then Gomez and Van Dijk for experience, we'd be pretty well covered. And again, I want to just point out that this flies in the face of the nonsense that have been trying to be rammed down our throats by some of the Echo journalists and others who've tried to kid us and say that it isn't a priority for Liverpool to sign a centre-back. It was a priority last year that we needed to fill. If they didn't do it this summer, it would have just been an absolute joke. So I'm glad once again they've been shown up and that Liverpool are shown that they've an interest in a centre-back. So if we can fill centre-back, defensive midfielder, or a double pivot midfielder, and a varied attacker, I will say that that's a decent window. On top of any potential outgoings, we may have to look to the market again. So that is it for me tonight, my friends. I hope you're enjoying your Saturday. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop a like on it. And if you want to come and see us in our shows, scan the QR code in the bottom corner or go to the link in the description of this video and you'll see it there to get the tickets. I can't wait. We're going to be putting on a great show August the 2nd and August the 4th. Appreciate everyone who supported us so far, and I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. Much love. Bye-bye.